Hey guys, welcome to Dow Jones Futures Review. I'm going to go over a couple points today. We've had some nice price action to learn from, so we'll cover that. We're going to start from around Tuesday afternoon. My last video probably talked about the failed breakdown that occurred right here. This was a great failed breakdown. I want to show you really simple. We set a low here, 945, and we bounced from 44.96 up to 15.12. So that's over 16 points. We bounced and then we came and lost that low around 2 o'clock. Now at 2 o'clock, we lost that low, and a couple points above that 96 low will be about 98, where I had this level generally speaking. And you can see actually we perfectly went up, tagged that what will be considered a trigger. I'll write that down for you just so you understand what I mean. So at that point, that was my trigger. We hit it, we sold, and then we came back up. That is perfect acceptance. You could not have framed it any better. Was a little bit of a wait, but that first trigger happened at 2:45. We came back 45 minutes later, and you can go long a couple points above or even a point or two above. So if you went long around 44.99, for example, that went for almost 4 points, 5 points on top. And that is a good trade, generally speaking. Dow Jones moves a little slower than ES most of the time, but if you sold that on the first pop a little bit, kept your runner, that made it up to the next level and then sold down. So that was a great failed breakdown on Monday. Going into Tuesday morning, initially this was a DNR level from the time we were up here already. I had said it, and we got the dip in recovery once right here, level to level, mentioned in the last video. That level was still a dip in recovery level, so you had the power of a failed breakdown when we got up there, and that worked out obviously from this setup right here where we recovered it, another dip in recovery right here, but then finally we sold from there yesterday morning. Afterwards, which it was a little bit of a triple fail breakdown yesterday, a little clunky, but we did finally end up getting some good setups afterwards. But let's go through really quickly how we would go about trading this. So at this point, we had been selling a lot from the Sunday high, Monday high, till we got down to this level right here. If one wanted to, they could have taken a direct tag, as we also had this trend line that we've been from the bull flag that's on a higher scale. I'll show in the end of the video. However, if you didn't want to take either of those, if you didn't want to take the back test of that level, the only other setup that was reasonable was that we had a low right here around 44.82, so about 2-3 points at least, 44.85-ish. This would have been my trigger to go long, and this actually worked out great. You can clearly see, I'm going to go on a 5-minute chart real quick just so you can see that, and it still says trigger here. You can see we pushed through once, came back, tested it again. You could trigger it here if you want to go. You could have went long, you could have been a little patient, waiting for one more push above, but then at 12:50, 1 o'clock, we did go above, and that worked out for 6 points. We went from this level, and then we sold back down, so this is a clear resistance now. We came back and we set up an ideal failed breakdown of this Tuesday morning low. However, this one took a long time to manifest, so just sometimes that's part of the game, where we did get long 2 points above, but it took a little while and we only went up really like 3-4 points. So at that point, it's okay if you were trying to cut down the position just in case, because we had been selling, that we might get another sell. So I took that position, but I did keep a couple points barrier, and I got lucky here. Honestly, I usually keep 2 points if I can, that my stop loss did not get taken out. We set up another failed breakdown, and then that has been working since Tuesday afternoon until about Wednesday morning. And you can see we went a couple levels up. It was a good trade overall, and then we got a failed breakdown right here at 9:45. It was a quick one. We went right below these lows, reclaimed. If you want to go long, you could have probably waited till you reclaimed this one, which happened right away. We call it a snapback, high volatility failed breakdown. You don't need to wait as long for acceptance. So I saw the low got cut, it started going right back up. We went above this level, go long there, and that worked out for 12 points. And we came back to test this resistance. This was resistance here Tuesday afternoon, yet still resistance. And then we got lucky again. We got another failed breakdown of this low, 945 low at 11:15. Simple undercut, went above. If you go to a 5-minute, we actually had some good acceptance here. If this was the low, and there's a couple lows above, so I want to go up at least above these lows as well. We hit that level, sold, and then started pushing back up. And then we got back to this trigger level. Now, real quick, why was this a trigger level? So I want to show you kind of my methodology here. This level right here was a clear resistance. We got up close to it twice, sold, finally made it, sold back down, eventually reclaimed it last Wednesday, pushed through, back test before setting a new high. We came nearby that level a couple of times, even a failed breakdown on Friday, and then we got back down below it. So I noticed the action here. We sold from it, tried to push above, and we were just kind of hitting that level from below. And if I wanted more upside, I wanted to clear this level. Eventually we did get that this morning. You see how we cleared it, and then we got right back to this level right here. So now I would say with confidence, this is a new reclaim level. If and when we can get above this, we should be able to tag back up here. As of now, you can see we are starting to work on that process. This is a very tricky, choppy zone right now. FOMC in the next 15 minutes. My first mindset here from here was we already missed a failed breakdown, so unless we get down and lose this low or back test this right here, I wouldn't really take any setups here. So that is a back test though, I'll say for sure. Failed breakdown back test, just so I know if we get down there. We are starting to go above this trigger, and I do think we should be able to, if we hold this level, not only hit this again, but push through this time and get up to here, if not more. So that's DJ ready for FOMC. Let's see what we get.